It's Monday, November 17th. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champions after last night's game in Winnipeg.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in the United Arab Emirates this week as his government faces a crucial budget vote in the House of Commons today.
And the festive season is here. Santa paid a visit to Barrhaven this weekend. Your morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and it looks like it was a busy weekend for Santa, visiting the malls and Barrhaven. He was everywhere.
And I think he might have been visiting our friends at Robert Plant Greenhouses as well from your trip this weekend.
Oh my goodness, Christmas explosion. It was amazing at Robert Plant Greenhouses. I think half the city was there on Saturday and Sunday, and it was all about that Christmas spirit. And I did take home a nice little plant for myself.
Cute.
So it was a lot of fun.
And I'll be visiting there this weekend to get my Christmas fix as well.
Amazing.
There you go.
All right, we're going to start with sports for our newscast today because after a 12-year drought, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat the Montreal Alouettes to claim the Grey Cup.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field, into the end zone, deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
The Grey Cup is heading back to Regina for the first time since 2013. The Roughriders jumped out to an early lead in the first half and never looked back, going on to win 25-17. Saskatchewan was led by quarterback Trevor Harris, who threw for over 300 yards, winning the Grey Cup MVP. The final also marked the last time that the CFL game would be under the current CFL rules, with substantial changes to be implemented next season.
The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today. MPs have been working overtime to shore up enough opposition support, but if it fails, Canadians could be heading back to the polls for another election.
It's going to be a particularly dramatic and suspenseful day.
It could be close, like close as two coats of paint, real close.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. The government needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget, or at least 4 members to abstain.
100% of our MPs oppose the costly Carney credit card budget.
The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it will vote against. Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either, but could be persuaded otherwise. The final vote is expected tonight.
An investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving 2 small airplanes in South Glengarry left 1 person dead.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds.
The collision happened Saturday evening, and according to the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, 2 airplanes collided in the sky. They were owned and operated by Cornwall Aviation, who were conducting training flights at the time.
1 person is in police custody after driving into a traffic light on Rideau Street and fleeing the scene. Ottawa police responded to the crash in the 100 block of Rideau Street at 5 a.m. on Sunday. While the driver fled the scene, police say they were able to find and arrest the individual. The driver is now facing multiple charges, including impaired driving and failure to stop after an accident.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is visiting the United Arab Emirates this week, focusing on trade and a new investment partnership. In the country's capital of Abu Dhabi, Carney will meet with the president of the UAE to expand the 2 countries' energy, agricultural, and AI partnerships. Carney will follow that up by attending the G20 Leaders Summit in South Africa.
A pilot project for a new non-911 crisis line in Centertown responded to more than 4,000 calls in its first year. The Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Program, which acts as a community-led alternative to police for mental health and substance use crisis, is scheduled to run for 3 years. According to the Anchor Year 1 update, the program is meeting its objectives and users are highlighting the positive impact of the program.
A Fitzroy Harbor resident is now a millionaire after a massive Catch the Ace draw.
You just won $2.45 million.
The fundraiser was in its 51st week and raised millions of dollars, with Shelley Eckford the grand prize winner. Organizers say the real winner is the community as a whole.
Change the lives of our charities, because the money that's raised, $3.3 million, is really going to go a long ways into making a difference with them.
Organizers say it was the largest Catch the Ace in the province.
And holiday markets took over the city this weekend, including one at the National Arts Centre.
The Holiday Craft Market took over the O'Brien Atrium. This was the market's 7th year in operation.
It featured everything handmade, selling everything from jewelry to home goods and much more. 'Tis the season, my friends.
Oh, it sure is.
Look at all those delicious treats and good crafts and home. It's just such a great time of year.
Yeah, That is wonderful. And it's a beautiful atrium, too. You can just go sit there and just take in, because it's all glass all around, and take in the sights of the city, or buy yourself a little something.
Right. So many beautiful markets, and I feel like the weather is really putting us in the holiday spirit as well, because it's been so cold.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, we've had snow already early on. We're continuing to see snowflakes, and we're going to continue to see wintry conditions even this week. Don't worry. We do have some warmer weather finally on the way. We have a day that it's at least above seasonal, one day only. -2 right now to start off your morning. Does feel closer to -4. And yes, seeing some little snowflakes out there to start off your day. So some light scattered flurries this morning. Temperature sitting at -2 throughout the region. We will continue to see a few scattered snowflakes until about noon hour today. That's when skies will clear up. It will stay cloudy, unfortunately, into the day ahead, but those snowflakes will clear out around noon hour. We will see cloudy conditions through the remainder of your day. Tomorrow also looking a little cloudy, but then Wednesday, lots of sunshine on the way. So we have beautiful sunshine on the way for Wednesday. Not as much precipitation this week as we did see last week, where we saw a lot of mixed precipitation in form of some rain, some snow, and even some freezing rain. For us today, the daytime high is 1 degree. Again, those light flurries will end shortly, and then we will see cloudy conditions into the afternoon. Temperatures similar across the region, a little bit cooler, a little bit below the norm. We should be sitting around 5 degrees this time of the year. It's 1 in Kemptville, Brockville, Cornwall, 0 for Kingston today, same out in the valley. -1 is the daytime high over in Kinnikintippee. So over the next couple of days, you'll see those temperatures fluctuate and warm up towards the end of the work week. 1 degree from Monday right through until Wednesday, but finally Wednesday, a day we'll get to see some sunshine. Friday is the day that we will see warmer conditions on the way. 6 degrees is the high. Could see some scattered showers into the afternoon. The weekend at this point is looking all right. We will see some sunshine, and we could also see a little bit of raindrops on Saturday. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic. No issues to report. It is smooth sailing so far this morning. Again, there's lots of salt on the road out there this morning if we do continue to see a few scattered flurries, but overall traffic is looking decent this hour. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. We go to Los Angeles. The Seahawks taking on the Rams. Sam Darnold looking for Jackson Smith, and Jigbo makes the ridiculous one-handed grab on the sideline. The NFL leader in receiving yards continues to get it done this year, making it look way too easy. What a breakout campaign JSN is having, and that is your must-see moment from Sunday. Tonight, Monday Night Football. The Cowboys taking on the Raiders. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, Santa Claus paid a visit to Barrhaven last night. We'll give you a glimpse of the first Santa Claus parade of the season coming up later on in our program. Taking a peek outside through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and temperatures definitely on the cooler side. Still a chance for those flurries on your Monday. We have a wonderful show prepared for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Live local shopping week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by the United Counties of Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barrhaven.
From every corner of the community. In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News, Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News, Ottawa.
Pure Country 94, Ottawa's country music station. Pure access to the biggest stars and the hottest songs. After all the bars are closed. Download the free iHeartRadio app to listen to Pure Country everywhere.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. After a 12-year drought for the team, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat Montreal Alouettes to claim the Grey Cup. The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today, and an investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving two small planes in South Glengarry left one person dead. Why don't we take a look right now at your forecast?
And winter feels like it's been here. Snow many days so far. Still a chance for some flurries and a little on the cool side this morning. -3, but feeling like -6 when you factor in that wind chill. Not a lot of sunshine expected throughout the day today, but Melissa letting us know it will be on the way throughout the week. And as we take a peek at your roads at this hour on your Monday morning commute, no collisions or routes to tell you about this morning. Roads are looking pretty good, still maybe a little bit icy in certain areas. So as always this time of year, leave yourself a little extra time.
The festive season is here, and Santa Claus already paid a visit to one Ottawa suburb. The Barrhaven Santa Claus Parade kicked off with sparkly lights and floats. CTV's Camille Wilson was there.
Merry Christmas!
Hundreds line Strandherd Drive in Barrhaven waiting for jolly old St. Nick.
I'm waiting for Santa. I miss him.
Samantha Donaldson, Henry's mom.
We're excited for the holiday season. We're glad to be here at the parade.
Henry attending his first Santa Claus parade with his mom and great-grandma. He can't wait to see Santa and tell him what he is wishing for under the Christmas tree.
A drone and a PS5.
Marking the 30th year of the Barrhaven Parade, dozens of floats from the community joined the route with bright lights and a surge of energy ready to roll in the holidays. Along the route was the City of Ottawa float and Ottawa Mayor Mark Sutcliffe.
We love to be here. It's a great tradition.
Nick Dean says the parade a highlight for the Barrhaven community.
It's just great to see the kids out and seeing Santa. It's amazing. It's a great start to a great season, and it gets everyone out, community supported, and it's a fantastic thing.
Somebody's waiting to see Big Santa.
We're here to see Santa.
Santa has officially made it to town, led by, of course, his favorite reindeer, Rudolph, ready to ring in the Christmas season, and he even brought some snow. And while Santa is rolling in, so is the Grinch, looking like he's trying to figure out how to steal Christmas. Even though this may be Henry's first time, this is nothing new for his great-grandma, Dixie Mosso.
I come every year, So I love it. I'm a big kid.
The Barrhaven Food Cupboard collecting toys and cash donations for children in need along the parade route, a way to make sure there's something under the tree for everyone.
Merry Christmas!
Some already know what they want for Christmas.
I smell iPhone 7. A PS5. Getting a lot of candy canes.
Hello! And while Santa isn't the only highlight for Henry around the holiday season, he's also hoping for a white Christmas.
In our backyard, we're gonna wait for it has like really long snow, and I'll go in it and make a maze.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
I mean, we both know, and Melissa, that I love Christmas due to all of the Christmas socks that I wear.
You should see his socks right there, full on Christmas.
and it's so great, and you just watch like the clips there of like the kids being so excited to see the parade. Like you got in the Christmas spirit this weekend too. It's just I love this time of year.
I really do as well, and I hopped on over to Robert Plant Greenhouses on Navan Road, and about 15 minutes before you even get there, the traffic was incredible. Folks were parked along the road and into Robert Plant Greenhouses. And then I even saw the owner, Mr. Plant himself, and he was riding around on an electric bike. And finally, I got him he got off the bike and he was directing traffic. I got out of my friend's car. I was like, Mr. Plant, he was like, Rosie! And he was amazed. He was happy, of course, to see all those people. everyone was in a great mood, Will, because, like you said, it's that time of year. And although the place was packed wall to wall with people, we're all like, yeah, this is what we want. We came here for this. Buy your plant, buy your, your ornaments, get a hot cocoa. It was like half the town was there just to sort of get that, jumpstart that holiday feeling.
Yeah, and I think that because of the weather too that we've seen, like, it took a while for us because we had those way above seasonal temperatures, and then after Halloween officially subsided, then it started snowing, and we've had like multiple days of some snowfall and some cooler temperatures, so I feel like everyone can easily maybe get into the mood if they want to.
There you go. Exactly. So much fun.
More Christmas talk coming up later on in our show. For now, we're going to discuss something with Bill Carroll. The House of Commons is set for one final vote on the main budget motion that will determine if the fiscal policy can go ahead and if the Liberal Party can keep governing. We're going to check in with Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush to get his thoughts on this, and a big day for that vote, Bill.
Yeah, there's a lot of attention on whether or not this vote will actually pass. Unlike previous minority governments where when Justin Trudeau had minorities, always had the guaranteed support of the NDP. The NDP's hedging a little bit more, not promising to support it or to vote it down. So I guess there's a little more drama there. And when Stephen Harper had his minorities, you always kind of had to hold your breath a little bit, but you knew it was going to pass. This time, the media is putting a lot of attention on whether or not this vote will pass. I actually have very little doubt. I think it will pass. I think you'll see a couple of members of the NDP stand up and support it because the Carney government has offered a couple little bones to specific members of Parliament on the NDP side where they could say, oh, I got my community center. That's why I'm voting, give them an excuse to do it. I think the idea that we've seen in the past that members of Parliament can suddenly just not be available because they're sick or got stuck at home, that one's a little hard to explain now because you can vote remotely, which you couldn't do in the past. But in the end, no, I do think it will pass, which I also believe is a huge disappointment. I don't think I've ever wanted a do-over election more than I want one right now. If you watched Mark Carney, our Prime Minister, and the reception he got at the Grey Cup last night, a lot of people are, I think, having second thoughts about this Prime Minister with the very impressive resume who seemed uniquely in a position to deal with Donald Trump. He hasn't been able to deal with Donald Trump. He promised a budget that would take our breaths away and would change the direction of the country. I think instead what we've seen is a lot of overspending, a lot of borrowing against our children and grandchildren's future. There's nothing there that transforms the country. Where are these pipelines that we were promised during the debates and the election campaign? None of those are in the budget either. And I think those are so important if we want independence from the U.S. Right now, we sell most of our oil directly to them. And the only pipeline our Prime Minister is talking about would send more oil to the United States. So, yeah, I think a lot of Canadians are a little disappointed in their choice. I would love to see another election, even if it comes at Christmas, a little Christmas miracle, but I don't think it's going to happen, guys.
Yeah, Bill, we'll have to wait and see from that vote. Obviously, they need 2 more votes from the opposition. Pierre Poilievre saying that they're getting none from their side, but we'll just have to wait and see. Have a great show, my friend.
You too.
And remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 till 10 a.m. And coming up next in Your Morning Ottawa, we are taking your comments on savings and emergency funds. How much do you think is enough to have saved up? We'll take your thoughts coming up a little bit later on in our show. Taking a peek outside through our sky cam on George Street. -3 this morning with a chance for some flurries. We will climb up above that freezing mark, but only ever so slightly with a daytime high of 1. But stay with us, everybody. We'll keep you nice and cozy on this Monday. We'll be right back.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking for your comments on savings and emergency accounts. How much money do you think is enough for an emergency savings account? Let us know your thoughts. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
I feel like this is different for everyone based on if you have kids and a family to support or if you're just for yourself.
I feel like back in the day when I was, lived by myself and single, I felt like $10,000 was always my emergency fund in case something happened, like my car broke down, I need to repair something on the house. However, now that I have children and a family and the cost of living is just astronomical, I feel like I should be at least doubling or tripling that. And unfortunately, I just don't have that kind of savings anymore. No, life's expensive, and you know, it's really tough. It's really tough to save for a rainy day when it seems like it's raining every single day.
It's true. I do this calculation in my head, right? So how much do I spend on average in a month? And then I go, I need 6 months worth of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
smart.
Yeah.
It's super, like I know that they say about maybe 3 months. That's, you know, that I think is a conservative number. I'm like, can we stretch that to 6 months just so that I can walk around going, okay, I've got a cushion for a good 6 months. Because, you know, it relieves some of that stress of affordability, and so that's what I do. I have that number in my head.
And especially right now too, right, where it's like maybe it was 3 months and now you figured with the cost of living being so much higher, having that extra cushion for 4, 5, 6 months, especially if you have a family, like it's
Yeah,
you do,
exactly.
it's better to be more prepared for that emergency fund than unprepared.
There you go. What about you, Will?
Yeah, I would like to agree with you. I think that 6 months is the sweet spot right now because, you know, I was lucky enough where my parents instilled a savings mentality from a young age. The numbers itself, you know, have changed over the years, but I think the more that you can save, the better for that emergency fund because putting that money away, I feel like I'm dipping out of it a lot more than I have over the last couple of years.
Right, exactly.
So we'll be hearing from you a little bit later on in the show. We are asking how much money do you think is enough for an emergency savings account? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up in the 7 o'clock hour on Your Morning Ottawa, we'll learn more about an alarming study about Canadians and their finances and how few Canadians actually have an emergency fund saved. That's just ahead. We'll be right back after this short break.
Good morning. Coming up on 6:30, come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And for those of you who joined us at 6 a.m., yes, I did have to change. Had a little accident with the shirt. Thankfully, I had a backup plan, so all was good. You are not seeing things.
Like, wait a minute. I know it's Monday, but...
And I started getting text messages like, wait, did something happen? I'm like, yes, okay, I'll address it. I spilled something, and now I had to change. But we're all good.
And if you're just joining us, honesty is important. All right, we're going to start with sports in our newscast today. After 12 long years, the Grey Cup is headed back to Saskatchewan.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field, into the end zone, deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
The Rough Riders winning their 5th Grey Cup and their first since 2013. The Alouettes had one final shot to win it with that late Hail Mary you saw there, but the crucial moment came on their previous possession. With under 3 minutes to go, backup quarterback Shea Patterson fumbled the ball at the Saskatchewan goal line, his first turnover of his career. Riders quarterback Trevor Harris passed for 302 yards and was named the game's MVP.
It all comes down to today as the federal minority Liberal government faces its last and most crucial confidence vote on the budget.
It's going to be about math. It's going to be politics. It's going to be about who wants to trigger an election. And the answer is no one really wants to trigger an election.
The Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. That means it needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget or at least 4 members to abstain. The Conservatives have been clear they will not support the budget, but it's not confirmed if all MPs will vote. The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely, but interim leader Don Davies has indicated his MPs could abstain. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it will vote against, while Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either. However, no party has said an election is what they actually want. A fatal mid-air collision between 2 planes in eastern Ontario remains under investigation, while those who witnessed the horrific event are still reeling.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds. I heard a pop bang, which is an unusual sound, out of the clouds. This sort of looked like a missile projectile heading straight down.
The planes, both owned by Cornwall Aviation, were conducting training flights when they collided. The wing of one of the planes snapped off and it landed in swamp-like terrain in the woods near a county road. The pilot and sole occupant of that plane died. The second plane landed safely.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is visiting the United Arab Emirates this week, focusing on trade and a new investment partnership. In the country's capital of Abu Dhabi, Carney will meet with the president of the UAE to expand the two countries' energy, agricultural, and AI partnerships. Carney will follow that up by attending the G20 Leaders Summit in South Africa.
A pilot project for a new non-911 crisis line in Centertown responded to more than 4,000 calls in its first year. The Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Program, which acts as a community-led alternative to police for mental health and substance use crisis, is scheduled to run for 3 years. According to the Anchor Year 1 update, the program is meeting its objectives and users are highlighting the positive impact of the program.
Quebec pediatricians are now protesting against Bill 2, which impacts the way doctors get paid.
This law is totally absurd. It's totally ridiculous, and it's going to have an impact on the social health care system for a long time.
The protests took place on Sunday outside of the province's 4 university pediatric hospitals. Pediatricians say Bill 2 threatens how they care for children, which could impact their future health. The law stipulates that children born healthy are automatically classified as green, which according to the law places them at the bottom of the doctor's priority list.
There's a recall on baby formula to let you know about this morning. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is warning the public about certain ByHeart organic baby formula because of a link to cases of botulism in the U.S. The affected products include the 680-gram container and 238-gram package of ByHeart Whole Nutrition Infant Formula.
A Fitzroy Harbor resident is now a millionaire after a massive Catch the Ace draw.
You just won $2.45 million.
The fundraiser was in its 51st week and raised millions of dollars, with Shelley Eckford the grand prize winner. Organizers say the real winner, though, is the community as a whole.
Change the lives of our charities, because the money that's raised, $3.3 million, is really going to go a long ways into making a difference with them.
Organizers go on saying it was the largest Catch the Ace in the province.
Researchers in Brazil have discovered a 240 million-year-old reptile fossil.
Specifically, a carnivorous reptile they say offers insights into the origins of our modern crocodiles. This one measured as much as 2.5 meters long and lived in southern Brazil during the Triassic period.
It walked on 4 legs, and researchers know that it was a predator because of its nasty teeth. This fossil also had similarities to one which is found in Tanzania, which gives more support to the idea that all of the continents were once connected.
Yeah.
Wild, eh?
And I still find it so amazing that scientists are able to observe something like that and then come to those conclusions. There's some intelligent people out there.
Yeah, dinosaurs are cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just glad they roamed the earth millions of years ago. Because if they were still out lurking, let me tell you, we would be living in a different world.
That would be wild.
Their world, we'd be living in it.
That is for sure. We've all seen the movies.
Yes, exactly. In our forecast this morning, could still see a few scattered flurries out there. We saw some really early this morning, cloudy into the afternoon. This week, a little cloudy and cool, but we do have one day that will be above seasonal temperatures as we head towards the end of the work week. Temps right now sitting at -2, but it does feel closer to -8 this morning, so there is a wind chill out there. A cool start to your morning. Make sure you're dressed warmly before heading outside. Still seeing those scattered flurries. We will see that until about noon hour today. There is a chance of these light scattered flurries. Nothing that will accumulate too much on the ground. Into our afternoon, cloudy conditions for us here in the city today. Those flurries will stay far to the east of us and south of us. For us, we will just see cloudy conditions today, tomorrow, and then finally some sunshine as we head into Wednesday. So nice clear sunny skies as we head towards the middle of the work week, and then some rain to end things off. So on your drive in this morning, because of those flurries, could make things a little bit slippery. I know there's lots of salt on the roads this morning. On your drive home, cloudy conditions, so there will be nothing too crazy on those roads on your way home. A daytime high of 1 today, so not warming up too much from where we're sitting right now. Same within Kemptville, Brockville, Cornwall. 0 for your daytime high out in the valley today. -1 over in Kitigan, Zippy, as well as in Mont-Tremblant. So over the next few days, cooler conditions today and through Wednesday. Pardon me. Today, tomorrow, cloudier conditions into the afternoon. A daytime high of 1. Overnight lows dropping to -3, -4 over the next few nights, but it's those wind chills that are making things a lot colder. Wednesday, the sun is out, mainly sunny skies, but still a little bit below seasonal with a daytime high of 1 degree. As we head towards the end of the work week, Friday's the warm day, a high of 6 in the afternoon. We are expecting a few scattered showers.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
And on your drive in right now, nothing major to report. It is still smooth sailing out there on your roads. No collisions and no delays.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, breaking down the Grey Cup. We get a recap of all the action as the Rough Riders defeat the Alouettes for the 112th CFL Championship. That is just ahead. Here's a live look through our Sky Cam. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are the big stories that we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. After a 12-year drought for the team, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat the Montreal Alouettes to claim the Grey Cup. The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today. And an investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving 2 small airplanes in South Glengarry left 1 person dead. Full details and all that coming up. We're going to take a look at what the next couple of days has in store for your forecast, Melissa.
Cooler conditions today and throughout most of the work week this week, with the exception of Friday. A daytime high of 1 this afternoon. Currently -2, feels closer to -8. Seeing some light scattered flurries out there this morning. Cloudy into your day ahead. Cloudy conditions for tomorrow. 1 is also the high on Wednesday with lots of sunshine. On your drive in this hour, traffic is moving well. We aren't seeing any major issues east to west. Starting to see a little bit of volume build now if you are heading eastbound on the 417 around Richmond and through Pinecrest.
The 112th Grey Cup was played in Winnipeg yesterday, with the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeating the Montreal Alouettes 25-17. It was the last Grey Cup and CFL game to be played under its original rules. New rules altering the game go into effect for the 2026 season. CTV News correspondent Scott Hirsch joins us this morning with more on this story. Good morning to you, Scott. Now, it was a big win for Saskatchewan. What were the highlights from yesterday's game?
Good morning, Rosie. First and foremost, congratulations to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. First Grey Cup for them since 2013. So that rabid fan base has had to wait a while to celebrate. But credit to the Montreal Alouettes, because they made sure that the team and players had to wait even longer in order to start celebrating. Montreal with a potential chance to tie it on a last-second Hail Mary, but the pass fell incomplete. The final score, as you mentioned, 25-17. That's why the green and white confetti was flowing in front of a sold-out crowd of more than 32,000, taking in the 112th Grey Cup in Winnipeg. Montreal battled back to make it an exciting game, but a costly turnover and a fumble near the goal line late in the game hurt their chances, and Alouettes quarterback Davis Alexander battling a hamstring injury as well. Saskatchewan quarterback Trevor Harris, the game's MVP. This is the 5th Grey Cup overall for Saskatchewan, Rosie, ending a 12-year championship drought for that team. And as I mentioned, that rabid fan base as well.
Yeah, as you said, congratulations to the Rough Riders. Now, let's get back to my intro where we mentioned the CFL game is changing for the 2026 season with new rules. Why? What's going on?
Yeah, lots of changes, Rosie, over the next 2 seasons, as you might expect with anything so significant. It's not really sitting well with a whole lot of die-hard fans who don't want to see really the uniqueness of the Canadian-style game to disappear. Now, the changes announced in September will include, for next year, a longer play clock, a revised Rouge rule, and a change in the placement of the benches. Then, in 2027, even greater changes, including a shorter field, smaller end zone, and goalposts moved to the back of the end zone. Those in favor of the rule changes argue it's necessary to modernize the game and really attract a new generation of fans, but those who oppose it argue it's Americanizing the game. And an Angus Reid survey released this week just in time for the Grey Cup for the championship game does show overall viewership of the CFL and support for the CFL is declining. Canadians who say they closely or very closely, Rosie, follow the CFL has dropped from 21% in 2018 to 16% in 2025. So regardless, it appears there'll be significant changes, Rosie, over the next 2 years when it comes to how the game is played. But in the meantime, Saskatchewan Roughriders are celebrating.
We'll have to see if those changes will make a difference in 2026. Thank you so much, Scott.
Thanks, Rosie.
CTV.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we asked you how much money do you think is enough for an emergency savings account? And here's what you had to say.
Ooh, here's what Bill said. Savings? What's that? Seems as soon as money comes in, out it goes. Not called payday anymore, it's redistribution day. It's like a bit of a shell game. Okay, a little bit goes over here and here and here, and then poof. It's all gone.
That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier when we were talking about it ourselves, was it's more just, well, I keep pulling it out as opposed to saving. What's supposed to be savings, you have to keep kind of pulling from that over the last few years, 5 to 10 years or so.
That's why when I do have money, I tend to put it in those accounts that I'm not allowed to touch. And also I get penalized, I get a little smack on the hand, then it makes me think twice before taking it out.
I know. Bill, thanks for that comment, but it's so true. It's really takes a lot of effort now. Yeah. And sometimes you have to hide your money on yourself. Right. That's what I do. I kind of like go, nope, it's over there, and I don't even know. Like it's gone before I can even see it. Like it's gone off the paycheck, so I can hide it from myself so that, like you said, I don't go, oh, let's bring it back. It's not easy.
Yeah, maybe I should go on that extra trip or a couple extra shoes in the closet.
Yeah. Always the shoes.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We're asking, how much money is enough for emergency savings? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, Tom Cruise was among the honorees at last night's Governor's Awards. We'll show you his emotional acceptance speech as he collected his honorary Oscar last night. That's coming up just ahead. You don't want to miss that. Taking a peek outside through our Skycam on George Street, and we will get slightly above the freezing mark today, but definitely a chill in the air. But don't you worry. Melissa has let us know there is some sunshine to look forward to a little bit later this week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey. CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
It is time now for your morning fix, and singer MGK performed at the halftime show during last night's Grey Cup in Winnipeg.
You'll be my bloody Val.
Oh,
there goes Will.
Will knows all the songs, and he did perform a medley of his hits before MGK performed. Our Lady Peace performed the opening ceremony, and I must say, I did stay up for this. He was really good. He was really good. I was like, wow, it put on a good show. Look at the set. It looked fun to be at. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah. he has a great voice, and he was able to really, I think, it rallied the crowd and get the crowd going. So he looked great. Sure, he has good reviews. Well, Tom Cruise gave an emotional speech last night after receiving an honorary Oscar from the Academy.
And I want you to know that I will always do everything I can to help this art form, to support and champion new voices, to protect what makes cinema powerful, and hopefully without too many more broken bones. That would be nice.
Choreographer and dancer Debbie Allen was also honored at last night's award ceremony. The honor is given to accomplished film industry professionals who have not yet received a competitive Oscar.
I think he's such a good champion for what he just stated there, right? Like actual for the film industry, for what it represents, and for the longevity of it.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that Debbie Allen got the award as well, because she's a dancer, she's a director, she's a choreographer. She's been in the business making an impact for so many years. And if you go online, you'll see the two of them dancing together, celebrating Tom Cruise and Debbie Allen. It was an amazing shot.
I love that. Oh, I love that so much. And such heartfelt speeches, which is so nice.
Yeah.
And people were climbing up Canada's tallest building as part of the United Way's annual CN Tower climb.
So this is the 45th year of the CN Tower climb, bringing together all of our supporters to take on these over 1,700 steps up to the top of our region's landmark. But it's communicating to our regions and communities that we're all in it together and supporting one another. It's an exciting event bringing together 6,000 participants over the weekend.
Participants climbed the CN Tower's 1,776 steps to raise money for the United Way Greater Toronto chapter. They are aiming to raise $1.5 million, with the money going towards things like food, housing, mental health, and employment supports.
Wow, over 1,700 steps. Will, can you imagine that? And Melissa, like 1, 2, 3, okay, wait, 500. Okay, no, I still have 1,500 more or so. That's incredible. That's when you just focus, right? You just go. You just go.
Don't count the count the steps, or else you'll be like, man, how many more do I have to go?
I would rather do the steps though than do that perching where they lean out over the drop of the CN Tower, like they're harnessed in. If I had to do that amount, I would much rather do the steps.
The steps, yeah. That's not for everybody.
No.
All right, coming up in the next hour, we hear about a new study about Canadians and emergency savings in our Money Monday segment. Plus, the Your Morning Ottawa food drive is fast approaching. We get a preview with Food Bank CEO Rachel Wilson. And the Ottawa Christmas Farmers Market is back at Lansdowne Park. We get a preview as part of our live local shopping spree. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Starting off your Monday there with some clouds. We'll be right back after this short break. Good morning, Ottawa. It's Monday, November 17th. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champions after last night's game in Winnipeg.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in the United Arab Emirates this week as his government faces a crucial budget vote in the House of Commons today.
And we speak to the Food Bank about our upcoming food drive and what they're in need of this holiday season. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good Monday morning. I was going to say good morning and then Monday all together. Welcome. I'm Rosie, and
You immediately made me think that it wasn't Monday, and that's quick second. I was like, oh, right, Tuesday. Like, no, it is Monday. I'm Willie. Hello.
Hi, Melissa Lamb. We are having a case of the Mondays here today.
There you
That's
go.
all right.
Yeah, clearly, but that's okay because we have a jam-packed show to keep you entertained over the next couple of hours. And if you're a Canadian, maybe you were watching yesterday, we're going to start with sports. After a 12-year drought, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat the Montreal Alouettes to claim the Grey Cup.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field. Into the end zone. Deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
The Grey Cup is heading back to Regina for the first time since 2013. The Rough Riders jumped out to an early lead in the first half and then never looked back, going on to win 25-17. Saskatchewan was led by quarterback Trevor Harris, who threw for over 300 yards, winning the Grey Cup MVP. The final also marked the last game played under the current CFL rules, with substantial changes to be implemented into next season.
The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today. MPs have been working overtime to shore up enough opposition support. But if it fails, Canadians could be heading back to the polls for another election.
It's going to be a particularly dramatic and suspenseful day.
It could be close, like close as two coats of paint, real close.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. The government needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget, or at least 4 members to abstain.
100% of our MPs oppose the costly Carney credit card budget.
The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it will vote against. Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either, but could be persuaded otherwise. The final vote is expected tonight.
An investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving 2 small airplanes in South Glengarry left 1 person dead.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds.
The collision happened Saturday night, and according to the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, 2 airplanes collided in the sky. They were owned and operated by Cornwall Aviation, who were conducting training flights at the time. Quebec pediatricians are now protesting against Bill 2, which impacts the way doctors get paid.
This law is totally absurd. It's totally ridiculous, and it's going to have an impact on the social health care system for a long time.
The protests took place on Sunday outside of the province's 4 university pediatric hospitals. Pediatricians say Bill 2 threatens how they care for children, which could impact their future health. The law stipulates that children born healthy are automatically classified as green, which, according to the law, places them at the bottom of the doctor's priority list.
A pilot project for a new non-911 crisis line in Centertown responded to more than 4,000 calls in its first year. The Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Program, which acts as a community-led alternative to police for mental health and substance use crisis, is scheduled to run for 3 years. According to the Anchor Year 1 update, the program is meeting its objectives, and users are highlighting the positive impact of the program.
A Fitzroy Harbor resident is now a millionaire after a massive Catch the Ace draw.
You just won $2.45 million.
The fundraiser was in its 51st week and raised millions of dollars, with Shelley Eckford the grand prize winner. Organizers say the real winner, though, is the community as a whole.
Change the lives of our charities, because the money that's raised, $3.3 million, is really going to go a long ways into making a difference with them.
Organizers say it was the largest Catch the Ace in the province.
The festive season is here, and a jolly fellow has already swung by one suburb for the annual Barrhaven Santa Claus Parade, where children made their wish list be known.
Drone and a PS5. I smell iPhone 7. A PS5. Getting a lot of candy canes.
The parade traveled down Stranraer to the OC Transpo Park and Ride. Organizers collected food and donations for the Barrhaven Food Cupboard.
Visit our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca, to find out when Santa Claus is coming to your town next. And as you can see there, that's what we want to see this time of year. The kids are so happy.
Yes.
It's so great to have everybody out and about.
And I can't even tell you the amount of times that I have thrown out the Santa Claus is watching.
Oh, 'tis the season.
Yes,
that's right, Mom.
It's a parent's favorite time of year because kids actually listen so much better. Yeah. And I'm able to say, Santa is watching 1,000 times a day, and they listen. So it's great.
It's like, drop that thing that you're about to make a mess with. I mean, put it down and behave.
Oh, yeah, it started about 2 weeks ago, and I have another month of it left, so I'm happy.
Take a little bit of that power and use it for this time of year.
Exactly. And of course, we want to hear from you to see your weather pictures, and you can see it right here on the show. All you have to do is email that to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that email address is weathershots@ctv.ca.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
A cooler start to your Monday morning. Temps right now -2. It's the wind chill, feeling closer to -8 this morning. So yes, make sure you're dressed warmly before heading outside. We have dropped a little bit in some areas. -3 now in Pembroke, -1 in Kingston, -2 in Brockville this hour, same over in Montreal. So we did see some scattered flurries early this morning. Could still see a few more flurries into your day ahead until about noon hour today. That's when everything will clear up. Still remaining cloudy into the afternoon. So not a lot of sunshine on the way for us for this Monday morning. And as we head into tomorrow, again, another day with cloudier conditions, but no precipitation in the forecast for us tomorrow. Then Wednesday, beautiful, bright and sunny into the afternoon. So we will see lots of sunshine towards the middle of the work week. Temperatures today reaching a daytime high of 1. So that's a little bit below the norm. We'd like to be sitting around 5 degrees into your day ahead for your daytime high. -1 for Bancroft today, 1 in Trenton, 0 in Kingston, same with out in the valley today. Kitigan Zibi, a daytime high this afternoon of -1. So for kids heading out to the school bus this morning, again, feels closer to -8 right now. So make sure you're dressed warmly. Bundle on the gear this morning. You will need it. We could see some snowflakes still this morning right through until about noon hour today. 1 is the high today, tomorrow, and for Wednesday. Again, cloudier today, tomorrow, then sunny as we head into Wednesday. Friday is the nice mild day in the forecast for us. A daytime high of 6 degrees. We are expecting some rain. Scattered showers for Friday, which will continue in through Saturday.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
No major issues on your roads this morning. Traffic is looking decent still this hour. Just starting to see some slowdowns and a little bit of volume if you're heading eastbound the 417 Richmond in through Pinecrest this morning. Now let's check out your TSN Must See Moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. Before we go to Los Angeles, the Seahawks taking on the Rams. Sam Darnold looking for Jackson Smith, and Jigbo makes the ridiculous one-handed grab on the sideline. The NFL leader in receiving yards continues to get it done this year, making it look way too easy. What a breakout campaign JSN is having, and that is your must-see moment from Sunday. Tonight, Monday Night Football. The Cowboys taking on the Raiders. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
A new report has found an alarming statistic about Canadians and their finances. The numbers show fewer than 1/3 of Canadians have an emergency savings at all. Here to tell us more about why this can be so damaging and how employers can help is Jessica Morehouse. She is a personal finance expert and author of Everything But Money. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, that's quite an alarming statistic. 1/3 of Canadians have no emergency savings funds. What are the immediate dangers you face when you don't have that kind of safety net?
Yeah, that's a concerning stat. Another concerning one is that over half of Canadians lack an adequately funded account. So, the Canadians that do have an emergency fund, they may still not have enough money in there to really make a big impact. And so when you don't have any emergency savings, when an emergency happens, and we all know it can happen at any time, your car breaks down, you lose your job, your pet gets sick. Well, where's that money going to come from? You have to pay for those things. And so that's usually when people rely on credit. First, they probably go to the credit card, which can be a really high interest rate, say 19-20%, or a line of credit. And, if they are lacking a good credit or access to credit, then they may even result to things like payday loans, which are the most expensive forms of credit.
And there's also new data that suggests this does not only impact the individual, but it can also have an impact on workplaces and employers too.
Correct. So, there's a bunch of research and a white paper that came out through the National Payroll Institute and Canada's Financial Wellness Lab, who are kind of trying to get the word out about this. But, this isn't just bad for Canadians, but it's also bad for employers. 51% of employees admit to spending work hours worrying about money, and 6% of employees spend more than 90 minutes per day preoccupied with personal finance. So this distraction at the workplace because of maybe a lack of emergency savings or having having to, then use credit and then figure that out. It actually translates to almost $70 billion in lost productivity annually for businesses. So this isn't just, affecting individuals, it's affecting pretty much everybody.
Wow. And what is the potential solution to this in your view?
Yeah, so there's a very simple solution, and that's what the Payroll Institute and the Financial Wellness Lab are trying to kind of promote through their white paper, is this idea of the emergency savings accounts, ESAs, through automatic payroll deductions. Now, this currently is something that you as an individual, if you're an employee working for a company and there's a payroll, and 85% of workers are payrolled employees, you can ask your payroll department, can you set up a situation where you take a percentage off my, deduct a percentage of my payroll, and make it go to one of my savings accounts. Most people don't do this because they have no idea that you could even do this or how to set it up, but it is possible. And what they are instead trying to enact is to set this up so it's automatic. Now, this already exists in places like the UK and US, and there's been lots of data to show how successful it is. If it's more of an opt-out than an opt-in. If you give people the option of like, oh, do you want to participate? They may like, oh, I'll think about it later, and then they never sign up. Just like, for example, like a group RRSP, and people never sign up, and they're leaving money on the table. If we create a program where it's, well, you can opt out if you don't want to participate, then you're automatically enrolled, then you start saving automatically. It's still your money. It's going into an account that you have access to. You own it. But, this is just, clear behavioral finance, the pay yourself first method rather. And it's very effective. And I think it's a really simple solution to get people to have those emergency funds that they aren't currently saving.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Jessica.
Thank you.
Will, over to you.
Well, the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive is coming up on December 12th, and we will be sharing various food bank stories throughout the week leading up to that big day. Rachel Wilson, the CEO of the Ottawa Food Bank, joins us this morning to share the latest information on Ottawa's food insecurity emergency funds. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I feel like over the last few years, the Ottawa Food Bank has constantly seen these really troubling high numbers. What's driving the numbers to constantly be at that kind of emergency state?
Unfortunately, we know that there are many factors, but the cost of living is just really difficult for people here in Ottawa. Especially, we serve a lot of people who are on social assistance, on fixed incomes, but we're seeing more and more people who are employed as well needing to turn to a food bank, which is telling us that people just can't afford the bills that they have.
And what separates the difference between donations? Because, over the last few years, especially me, I've been enlightened of, there's the food donations, but then there's the monetary donations as well. What are the differences and how does each one support the food bank?
So monetary donations really help us purchase those fresh and healthy, nutritious items. We'll spend about $6 million this year on fresh items like fruits and vegetables, milk, eggs, and meat. But those donations that you make at a grocery store help us provide a lot of variety. And it's really great for kids to go out and pick out their favorite meal and then donate that as well. We know lots of people still really like to give a gift at the grocery store.
Yeah, and we talk about that because there's a lot of donations that come from the community, but from the network of agencies, do you have support from them as well?
Well, we support a network of 71 different agencies. They also do their own food and fundraising, but together we're able to provide as much food as possible. But we know that it's still not enough, and unfortunately, some people are being turned away or receiving less than they would have.
And I feel like a lot of people would gain value in your perspective over this. We talked about how the cost of living for the general public is so high. What would your message be to people that are right on that line where they really want to help out in some capacity? What is the best way that they can do it because there's so many people struggling?
Any gift really helps us do our work. We're 98% funded by the community. So whether that's as a gift of food or a gift of time, that's really helpful to us. We really could not do the work that we do without the incredible community of Ottawa.
And one of my favorite days of the year, and this actually goes back to about 10 years ago when I started here at Bell Media, I was a part of the food drive with the Ottawa Food Bank. So the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive will be taking place on December 12th. And it's so wonderful because you see so many people come together with so many donations. Can you talk about even just that day, the impact that has on the organization?
That day is an incredible day for us. It means that we get a lot of food and funds in one day right before the holidays. So that means we can distribute that to the network of agencies we work with. It helps make sure that families, individuals, and unfortunately there's many children accessing food banks as well. It makes sure they have the food that they need for the holiday season.
Yeah, and we're going to be sharing stories as we lead up to that day because it's really impactful to hear from the people that are actually impacted this Melissa, are you finding that a lot of people are coming forward? And you must see every day just the importance of having these funds and these foods that really dramatically, positively impact people.
We hear stories all the time about families that are benefiting from the food bank, who are making it make their ends meet just because they're able to access a food bank. So it's really heartwarming to know that our work and the generosity of the community has impact on our neighbors.
Yeah, so December 12th, we will have it right here at our studios, 87 George Street. Bring your non-perishable food items. Of course, you can make a monetary donation as well. And that's going to be December 12th. We'll start at 6. We're running through the entire show. It is so great because you see so many people come together. We've got the food truck up front. We've got the people doing those big donations. Anything else you want people to be aware of for that big day?
Just that we're incredibly grateful, and they can go on to the Bell Media website or to our website to make a donation in advance of the day.
Well, Rachel, CEO of the Ottawa Food Bank, we always appreciate your time, and I cannot wait for that big, important day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a peek outside, not for where you'll see our food drive. That's our sky cam. We're taking a peek through the Centennial Glass sky cam. Still a little moody out there with some snow on the ground. Bundle up, feeling like -7, -8 degrees with that wind chill, but it'll warm up in the days to come. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Here are the big stories that we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. After a 12-year drought for the team, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat the Montreal Alouettes to claim the Grey Cup. The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today, and an investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving 2 small airplanes in South Glengarry left 1 person dead. Full details on all that coming up. Melissa, what do you got for us on the weather front?
A bit of a cooler morning for us. Temps right now sitting at -2, but it feels closer to -8 this morning, and we could drop down to -3. So a cool start to your morning, seeing some light scattered flurries out there into the afternoon. Temps still below seasonal. A daytime high today of 1 degree, cloudy conditions into your afternoon. On your roads this morning, traffic is still looking pretty decent. We are starting to see slowdowns, though, but heavier volume this hour. We're seeing those slowdowns if you're heading eastbound on the 417 Richmond in through Pinecrest this morning.
I had the dream assignment a few weeks ago, traveled to the islands of the Bahamas to experience the tropical destination's beauty, rich culture, and warm people. Margaritaville, this is incredible. You're the GM here. Okay, tell me, how do you stay focused and do your job when you're surrounded by so much beauty?
My people force me to. Yeah, as much as I want to go out and just enjoy the view, they constantly keep me occupied. There's always something to do.
It's absolutely gorgeous here. Talk about some of the amenities.
We have 2 towers, hotel rooms, all ocean facing, ocean view rooms everywhere you look. 14 food and beverage outlets. Margaritaville as a brand tries to create a vibe, and that's really what we talk about constantly in all the activities and engagements that we try to implement. So for families, we have obviously the water park, we have the live entertainment, we have Parakeets, which is our kids club, which although it's a facility that you can drop your kids off and they have things that they can do with the facilitators there, there's also games and activities. There's always something going on, something that you can do to keep them entertained.
For couples, there's an infinity pool at Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau, that's open 24/7 just for grown-ups. And why not spend a day just relaxing at the spa? I like to work out. I know, my viewers know this, and I'm very impressed with the gym. You've got everything that you need in there.
Fully equipped in stock with modern equipment. We have treadmills, we have weights, we have yoga mats, we have the fitness balls, TVs set up on both sides, beautiful views from those as well. We open up Icons. Has 4 dedicated lanes. There's a movie theater, there's arcade. It's not just everything you get at most every other hotel. You can come here, you can stay here the entire 6 nights and find something to do every single day.
Talking about the rooms, they're absolutely stunning.
We recognize that the location is the location. We're right on the water, but we want to bring that vibe into the room as well, so you feel like you're where you are. the colors, the right use of the decor. You have the nod to Jimmy Buffett with those little airplanes that we have on the nightstands as well. It's all about creating that vibe whether you're inside or outside.
And this is about that Jimmy Buffett vibe.
It is.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Jimmy Buffett, obviously famous for Margaritaville. He has a huge collection of
Can
music.
We sing it?
Yeah.
Margaritaville. That's
I kind of joke about it actually because you'll hear it come on outside and you'll start to just hum it and sing it naturally. It's just about that escapism, the fun and escapism, and that's what we're trying to create here for all of our guests.
So what do you think? Isn't that beautiful?
Incredible. We are teasing our viewers that you were gone somewhere really fun, but we didn't say exactly where. So now I think people are putting all the pieces of the puzzles together, which is so exciting. And I mean, look at the place. Beautiful.
And like highlighting it perfectly, you know, going down the lazy river, swinging by the camera, coffee, workout, just like what a true paradise.
It is really large. It's expansive. It's a place where you can bring your family. The kids can run around and have a great time, but it's great for couples as well. You will not feel like you're cramped in there, and there's so much to see and do. And Will, I know you love the ocean. It just is calling you. It's right there. It's just beautiful.
Even just through like the videos, obviously I could just stare at the water for hours. That's all I need. But even through that, I was sitting here and I just kind of got
I know. You're just like this. And it really is turquoise water.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau. Don't forget that name. It's a stunning place. It's got everything you need. There you go.
Write it down.
There you go. So my tour of the islands of the Bahamas will continue all week long. That was the first stop. Stay tuned for a whole lot more coming up all this week.
I can't wait.
All right, and stay tuned for today's unique daily code word. It's coming up later in the show.
And also coming up, for many men reaching out to help feel impossible. Reaching out for help can feel impossible. We'll tell you about a new provincial service that aims to change that. Our guests are standing by on this CTV Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street this morning. It looks beautiful, but trust me, it's cold. -2 feels closer to -8.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Good morning, coming up on 7:30 on your Monday. Welcome. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And I feel like we're all getting a little bit into the Christmas spirit.
Yes.
Barrhaven Santa Parade happened over the course of the weekend. You were visiting too at Robert Pond Greenhouses. Feeling a little festive this time of year.
Absolutely. And yes, it's cold, but it could be a lot colder.
Sure could.
Right? Yeah, this is true. So we'll talk about that coming up. But first off, your headlines.
Yeah, and we're going to start with sports. After 12 long years, the Grey Cup is officially headed back to Saskatchewan.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field. Into the end zone. Deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
And you saw it there, the Rough Riders winning their 5th Grey Cup and their first since 2013. The Alouettes had one final shot to win it with that late Hail Mary, but the crucial moment came on their previous possession with under 3 minutes to go. Backup quarterback Shea Patterson actually fumbled the ball at the Saskatchewan goal line. It was his first turnover of his career. Riders quarterback Trevor Harris passed for 302 yards and was named the game's MVP.
It all comes down to today as the federal minority Liberal government faces its last and most crucial confidence vote on the budget.
It's going to be about math. It's going to be politics. It's going to be about who wants to trigger an election. And the answer is no one really wants to trigger an election.
The Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. That means it needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget, or at least 4 members to abstain. The Conservatives have been clear they will not support the budget, but it's not confirmed if all MPs will vote. The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely, but interim leader Don Davies has indicated his MPs could abstain. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it will vote against, while Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either. However, no party has said an election is what they actually want. A fatal mid-air collision between 2 planes in eastern Ontario remains under investigation, while those who witnessed the horrific event are still reeling.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds. I heard a pop bang, which is an unusual sound, out of the clouds. This sort of looked like a missile projectile heading straight down.
The planes, both owned by Cornwall Aviation, were conducting training flights when they collided. The wing of one of the planes snapped off and it landed in swamp-like terrain in the woods near a county road. The pilot and sole occupant of the plane died. The second plane landed safely.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is visiting the United Arab Emirates this week, focusing on a trade and a new investment partnership. In the country's capital of Abu Dhabi, Carney will meet with the president of the UAE to expand the 2 countries' energy, agricultural, and AI partnerships. Carney will follow that up by attending the G20 Leaders Summit in South Africa.
A pilot project for a new non-911 crisis line in Centertown responded to more than 4,000 calls in its first year. The Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Program, which acts as a community-led alternative to police for mental health and substance use crisis, is scheduled to run for 3 years. According to the Anchor Year 1 update, the program is meeting its objectives, and users are highlighting the positive impact of the program.
Quebec pediatricians are now protesting against Bill 2, which impacts the way doctors get paid.
This law is totally absurd. It's totally ridiculous, and it's going to have an impact on the social health care system for a long time.
The protest took place on Sunday outside of the province's 4 university pediatric hospitals. Pediatricians say Bill 2 threatens how they care for children, which could impact their future health. The law stipulates that children born healthy are automatically classified as green, which, according to the law, places them at the bottom of the doctor's priority list.
A new report is suggesting that turning Mooney's Bay into a sledding destination would cost $3.1 million. After studying 3 options to turn the area into a sledding hill, a report for the Community Services Committee outlines a plan to create a bunny hill, a thrill hill, and a cross-country ski hill. There is no money for this in the draft budget, but staff say construction estimates could be presented in a future budget.
There's a recall on baby formula to let you know about this morning. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is warning the public about certain By Heart organic baby formula because of a link to cases of botulism in the U.S. that affected the products include the 680-gram container and the 238-gram package of By Heart Whole Nutrition infant formula.
Skip the Dishes is serving up new data on the top delivery trends across Canada in 2025.
Okay, get this. BC holds the #1 spot for sushi orders this year. Burgers were the most ordered dish in Canada this year.
The largest order of the year came from Toronto, but it wasn't even for food. Someone spent more than $1,000 on flowers.
Yeah, something tells me that wouldn't be hard to do. Flowers can get very expensive.
I'm actually surprised that was the largest order, just $1,000. Like, obviously flowers, you can get up there, but I feel like there could be some big purchases up
Yeah,
there.
if you like, say if you catered out for a party or something and you just did it all and skipped the dishes,
Yeah.
it could be costly.
Interesting. You know, probably because a lot of Canadians,
I wonder
especially, are
what we
saving.
order in Ottawa. I feel like shawarmas is probably up there on the list.
Probably.
I alone put that
I was
number.
going to say, this guy right here.
Had it yesterday.
Do you see?
And
There you go.
no surprise, Vancouver is sushi because they have so many great sushi
Yeah.
restaurants in
Yeah.
Vancouver, being so close to the water. So
Yeah, we're going to find out what Ottawa ordered.
yeah, pizza,
Shawarma.
shawarma. I think it must be shawarma. It must be at the top, anyways. Top 5, probably.
I'd say shawarma and probably maybe pizza are up there.
Yes,
for us.
probably. We're going to see some light scattered flurries still this morning. We saw a few earlier this morning. We'll continue to see that into the late morning hours. Cloudy conditions into your afternoon today. Temps right now still sitting at -2. Seeing a little bit of sunshine out there. So cloudy conditions, bit of sunshine right now. Cold though, feels closer to -8 this morning. And cooler conditions across the region as well. -1 for Trenton, Kingston, -2 currently in Brockville. And temperatures in the afternoon not warming up too much from where we're already sitting this morning. So cloudier conditions, you can see that gray on the screen. Chance of those scattered flurries till about noon hour, then it will clear up. Still cloudy into your day ahead, but a few sunny breaks here and there into the afternoon today. We will continue to see cloudier skies tomorrow, but then sunny conditions as we head into Wednesday. So the clouds will clear out Tuesday overnight, and Wednesday morning into your afternoon, we will see lots of sunshine on the way. So for kids heading to recess today, still a little bit cold, but that's okay. You just have to dress warmly. Temperature is sitting below that freezing mark throughout your morning recess, and again, we could still see those flurries early this morning, but then clearing up into the afternoon. 1 degree is the high into the afternoon, so not warming up too much from where we're sitting right now. Over the next couple of days, 1 is the high Monday, Tuesday, and through Wednesday. A bit cloudier to start things off, and sunshine into the middle of the work week as we head into Friday. That's the warm day this week, a high of 6 degrees with a few scattered showers. On your roads this morning, still no collisions, which is great news. We are just seeing heavier volume now. East to west is also slow if you're approaching westbound lanes near Celeron into downtown.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
Stress, conflict, and economic strain are taking a growing toll on Ontario families. And for many men, reaching out for help can feel impossible. A new provincial service aims to change that. Karen Milligan from Ontario 211 Services and Sarah Caspi, the Executive Director of Jewish Family Services, join us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Let's first talk about the fact that many men, it's very difficult for them to reach out if they need help. Why is that?
I think truly it's hard for everybody to reach out. Asking for help is the hardest thing to do. And for men in particular, some of the traditional ways that we have asked or made it possible for counseling haven't worked. So it's difficult to deal with maybe not feeling strong or being able to handle it on your own. But really, that is typically, it's trying to find ways for them to be able to do it better.
Okay, Karen, can we talk about how the service is actually utilized?
Absolutely. So anybody who fits the criteria, which is basically any man 16 or older in Ontario, can call 211. And the navigators who answer those calls will help to book those gentlemen into counseling appointments with one of the family service organizations across the province. That can either be a walk-in appointment or a virtual appointment, depending on their preference.
Of course, you're hoping that more men will seek and use this service. How do you hope to bring them in?
I think that there's a few things. One is making it accessible 24/7. We know that the quicker we can respond to someone's call for help, the more likely they are to go, to do it. And so the fact that it's free, it's confidential, it is 24 hours, 7 days a week, makes it that much easier to ask for help when you need it.
Okay, so what's the cost?
It's free. And I know that is really important, especially during these times when some of the stressors that men are experiencing is around economic burdens, loss of employment, stresses in the relationship. So the fact that there's no cost to this makes it easier for men to reach out and say, I think I need a little bit of help right now.
Can we talk about early support and how that can actually help. If a man seeks early support, it can actually help the family and the greater community.
Absolutely, yes. So that was the purpose of this program, is really as a preventative measure. So it was funded under the National Action Plan to End Gender-Based Violence. The idea being that if we can get help for men earlier in their journey, we can avoid some of the violent behaviors that might result from those stressors that Sarah talked about.
A much needed service in the community, 211ontario.ca if you want any more information.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Karen, and thank you so much to Sarah as well for coming on the show and for providing this much needed service. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Melissa.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, we're kicking off our live local shopping week with a visit from the Ottawa Christmas Farmers Market. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam this morning. A bit of a gray start to your day. The sun trying to peek through those clouds. Temps right now -2, feels closer to -8.
Live local shopping week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by the United Counties of Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry.
And step into the magic of the season as we kick off our holiday live local shopping spree for all your unique gift ideas and delightful treats, handcrafted treasures, perfect for everyone on your list. Joining us today, we have 3 great vendors, and we're starting with Megan Davies, the owner of Farmgate Cider. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
'Tis the holiday season, and I love it because this looks like a warm cup of holidays and a drink.
That's pretty much it, yeah. So we're a family-owned and operated cidery out on the West End.
Yeah.
And so usually you'll find us serving cold sparkling ciders.
I love that.
That's
this one here?
Yeah, so
Okay.
all of these guys here are the cold sparkling, with the exception of these during the season. You're gonna want something nice and toasty warm. So we have our hot mulled cider, we serve it warm. We take our Three Brothers blend, this one here
This
actually.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Add a little bit of mulling spices, some cinnamon, cardamom, all that good stuff.
Wow.
You serve it warm. It's like a warm hug in a glass. And then the one next to it is our mulled juice. So
Okay.
instead of starting with cider, we start with apple juice, so it's non-alcoholic. It tastes the same, but you know, you could have a couple more glasses if you
So
wanted.
that's great for kids or for serving a non-alcoholic option at like a party or something.
Exactly.
Also
yeah.
great gift ideas up here as well.
You got it. And I do have some of the hot
Perfect.
juice
Let's
to
try it
if you
out.
want.
I mean, when you said a warm hug, I'm like, that's perfect on a Monday.
Yeah.
So you've warmed this up for us.
I have,
Ooh, this
yes,
looks
there you go.
delicious. Okay. And it smells so beautiful as well. Wow. That is like a warm hug on a cold winter day.
It's pretty great. So if you buy the 1 liter bottles, you can warm it up at home, and then your whole house will smell like that. As
Oh,
it's warming
really?
up.
Like apple cinnamon, absolutely delicious. And where can people find you if they can't make it to the farmer's market?
Yeah, so our website, we are open 24/7. Our bottle shop is also open Wednesday to Sundays, noon to 5. So we're always happy to have folks come out to the farm.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining us today, Megan. And up next, we have Monea from Lavendale Farms. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So great to see you. Tell us a little bit about Lavendale.
So Lavendale is an organic lavender farm. So we grow our lavender in Alexandria.
Okay.
Yeah, the soil is amazing there. So yeah, the lavender loves it. I create all the product, created all the formulas and all the products myself using just natural ingredients. So today I brought the best sellers. So we have for Christmas a nice little box.
Is that in here?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So those are all the bestseller, the Sleepy Pillow Mist.
I just saw them make Sleepy Pillow Mist. This sounds delightful.
I know. And so you can use it to sleep. Lavender is wonderful for that. A nice little sachet from our English lavender.
You know what? And I have one of these in my bathroom, and it still scents the bathroom. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I know. You can keep it beside your
gorgeous.
bed to sleep at night.
Oh, I love that because it's such a soothing fragrance, right? Like it really
Exactly.
helps you to calm your body.
Yeah, and then relax relax the mind. So the hand cream is still our most popular item. This is what we sell the most.
Yeah.
I remember last time you tried it.
I did try this on. It is beautiful. And then last but not least,
the Relax Roll-On. So yeah, this one you can use for sleep at night as well, but for stress, anxiety, you know, when you need this calming your mind and relaxing a little bit. So I brought all those bestsellers, and I brought also some special products if you want to find something a little unique.
I love that.
So I have a yoga mat cleaner that is
cool. For the
different.
yogi in your life.
Exactly.
I love that.
That is all natural.
And really quickly, where can people find you as well?
Yeah, so we are at Ottawa Farmers Market. So you can find us this weekend. It's starting on Friday, where we're going to start lighting the tree. And then Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4, you can find us. We'll be over 100. And you can find us on the website and on social media.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And
Thank
last but not least, Matt is here from the Great Canadian Pasty and Pie
Company. Yes, you got it.
Amazing.
Well,
how is it? It's so good to see you. Okay, tell us a little bit about your company.
Okay, so we've been making pasty now for 13 years. It's been a while since we've visited you guys, but today we thought we'd bring in our Christmas roast dinner turkey pasty.
Oh wow, what? That sounds delicious.
It's a seasonal one we make.
Is that this one here?
Yeah, it's oven roasted turkey, homemade stuffing with upper can of cranberries, gravy and potatoes in that one.
Stop it right now. I just have to look at this, and it's nice and warm as well.
I'll cut this one open for you too.
Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. Tell me a little bit about the pasty. What is it traditionally?
So, pasty, traditional English ham pie. They've been around since the Middle Ages. The farmers' wives used to take the leftovers from dinner.
Yeah.
They'd wrap them up in the pastry and then send them out to the field because then they have their lunches all contained.
What a great idea.
Yeah, and the Cornish miners made them famous in Cornwall. That's where you have the traditional Cornish pasty.
Okay.
Which is steak, potatoes, onions, and rutabaga.
Delicious.
But we have 17 varieties on our menu.
I was going to say, do you have different flavors from this one?
We do. We've got 17 on our regular menu, and then we have the seasonal Christmas one that we do.
Basically, so we have Christmas in a cup. We have Christmas in a pastry, basically.
Yeah,
that sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
And where can people find you?
So you can always find us at Lansdowne every Sunday year-round. We're at the Aberdeen Pavilion for the Christmas market coming up, and then in the winter we go through, and then we move outside in the summer. You can also go on the website. We have other vendors that we have freezers where you can pick them up. And then we do other markets in the summer and other Christmas markets. So check the website and you can find all the information.
Incredible. Such great, unique gift ideas as well. Again, this is all happening at the Farmers Market. You can head online for more information. And there will be so many more vendors there as well. So make sure you head online or go check them out, ottawafarmersmarket.ca.
Your Morning Ottawa wants to send you on a Bahamian adventure. Imagine a 7-night escape at Margaritaville Beach Resort in Nassau Islands of the Bahamas. Watch all week for your chance to get into this contest. We've got a unique daily code word. You take that code word and you enter them at ctvottawa.ca. Today's code word is Junkanoo. That's Junkanoo. Enter it now for your chance to win this ultimate tropical getaway. Good luck.
Here are your milestone celebrations for today. We're going to start with a happy 11th birthday to Vincent. Hope you enjoy your Sens game on your birthday. Love from Mom, Dad, Noah, and your grandparents. Happy 8th birthday to Taylor. This is with love from Mom, Dad, Lola, and aunties who say they are so proud of you. We have some birthdays for today. This is wishing Jem much love on your 13th birthday. This is with love from Mom, Dad, and all of your family and friends. Happy 7th birthday to Lincoln from Mommy and Daddy, Aria, and the whole family. And we also have a happy 69th anniversary to Gary and Lois. This is with love from Charles, Sharon, Arlo, Anne, and Colleen, and all of your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. My goodness, absolutely incredible. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating and happy anniversary to those as well. And if you have a milestone, celebrate it with us. Send your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old and younger, for those turning 100 years or more, and wedding anniversaries as well for those celebrating 50 years or more. All you have to do is send us an email, your Morning Ottawa milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Here's a live look through our sky cam this morning. Still a little bit of a cloudy start to your day. Sunshine trying to peek through those clouds, and cold. -2 feels closer to -8.
It's Monday, November 17th. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champions after last night's game in Winnipeg.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in the United Arab Emirates this week as his government faces a crucial budget vote in the House of Commons today.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And Start Your Engines Canada. RuPaul's Drag Race Canada premieres this week. We introduce you to 2 local queens competing for the crown. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good Monday morning. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
It's feeling a little bit cool out there. The wind chill, our glorious friend, had made a return this morning.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is a very cold start to your day. But the good news is this week, as we approach the end of the work week, it will be above seasonal for a few days. So at least we have some warmer temps on the way for a couple days, meaning a day or two.
That's something we haven't seen a lot of.
No, we haven't. Not in the last couple weeks. So
all right,
it'll
we're
be
gonna,
nice.
we're going to start with sports with our news today. And after a 12-year drought, the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeat the Montreal Alouettes to secure the Grey Cup.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field. Into the end zone. Deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
The Grey Cup is heading back to Regina for the first time since 2013. The Roughriders jumped out to an early lead in the first half and never looked back. They went on to win 25-17. Saskatchewan was led by quarterback Trevor Harris, who threw for over 300 yards in the game, winning the Grey Cup MVP. The final also marked the last game played under the current CFL rules, with substantial changes to be implemented into next season.
The minority Liberal government will face a crucial confidence vote on its budget today. MPs have been working overtime to shore up enough opposition support. But if it fails, Canadians could be heading back to the polls for another election.
It's going to be a particularly dramatic and suspenseful day.
It could be close, like close as 2 coats of paint, real close.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. The government needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget, or at least 4 members to abstain.
100% of our MPs oppose the costly Carney credit card budget.
The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it will vote against. Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either, but could be persuaded otherwise. The final vote is expected tonight.
An investigation continues after a tragic mid-air collision involving 2 small airplanes in South Glengarry that left 1 person dead.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds.
The collision happened Saturday night, and according to the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, 2 airplanes collided in the sky. They were owned and operated by Cornwall Aviation, who were conducting training flights at the time. Quebec pediatricians are now protesting against Bill 2, which impacts the way doctors get paid.
This law is totally absurd. It's totally ridiculous, and it's going to have an impact on the social health care system for a long time.
The protest took place on Sunday outside of the province's 4 university pediatric hospitals. Pediatricians say Bill 2 threatens how they care for children, which could impact their future health. The law stipulates that children born healthy are automatically classified as green, which according to the law places them at the bottom of the doctor's priority list.
Imagine spending a Christmassy night at London's Kew Gardens.
They've opened their annual light display as part of holiday celebrations. Christmas at the Kew has been on for 13 years now, and it started as a way to get people to come out at a quiet time of year.
They're expecting more than 300,000 visitors between now and the first week of January. This year, visitors can expect to find 8 world-exclusive installations.
Wow.
I want to go.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
We need a group trip.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. I love that we're seeing so many festive sights and sounds now across the world.
Well, the weather kind of matches that, doesn't it, currently?
It sure does. It definitely feels much more festive outside as we have a wind chill this morning, and we've seen the wind chill for quite some time. -2 feels closer to -8 this morning. So yes, a bit of a cold start to your Monday, and it won't warm up too much into the afternoon as well. Still a little bit cloudy out there as well. We're seeing a few light scattered flurries. We will see those flurries kind of off and on this morning, right through until about noon hour today. That's when it will clear up. Still cloudier conditions into the day ahead. So not a lot of sunshine for us on this Monday. Tuesday will also be a little bit cloudy, but then we will get to see some sunshine as we head towards the middle of the work week. So Wednesday is the sunny day for us. Temps today reaching a daytime high of 1 this afternoon. So a little bit below seasonal. We'd like to be sitting around 5 degrees. You'll see we'll be a little bit below that today. And cooler temperatures throughout the region as well. 0 in Petawawa, -1 for Kitigan, Zibi, and Tira day ahead. Over the next couple of days, below seasonal until Friday. So we will see cooler conditions to start off the work week. Then sunshine will be out on Sunday, high of only 1, 2 for Thursday. Then Friday is our one warmer day this week. We will reach a high of 6 degrees. The weekend is also looking pretty decent as well this time. On your roads this morning, still no major collisions, but it is heavy volume now. If you are heading out on the 417 eastbound lanes, it's slow from Richmond right through into the downtown core. Also heavy if you're heading in the opposite direction westbound at Saint Laurent in through the downtown core. Well,
an 11-year-old, yes, you heard that right. An 11-year-old racer is getting ready to represent Canada on the world stage next month. Oliver Opry will be representing Team Canada at the Rotax Grand Finals in Bahrain. Before he heads there, though, he's here in studio along with his mother, Lorraine, to tell us a little bit more about his journey. Good morning to the two of you.
Good morning.
First off, I want to talk about from your perspective, 11 years old. Oliver is doing such an amazing job. You could crush me in a golf cart, I think, at this point. From your mother's perspective, how awesome is it to see your son succeed so well?
It's really great. I'm very proud of him because it's a very hard sport, lots of ups and downs, and to see him push through every single time he does a success or he has a failure, but he still keeps on going is really, really rewarding to watch.
Yeah, and Oliver, okay, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but what is probably some of your favorite things about racing?
The speed and a lot of things. I love everything, really.
Yeah, and you do such a good job of it. And tell me about your setup at home, because a lot of your practicing is actually done inside your home.
Yeah, when the season is over, when I need to practice for like Bahrain, I talk to my coach on Discord and we practice on my simulator to get ready.
You have a simulator inside of your home?
Yeah.
That must be so cool. Your friends are a little bit jealous of that, do you think, sometimes?
Kind of.
Maybe a little bit. Obviously, so you're heading to the finals and representing Canada. It's just so cool. What are some of your races that you've really enjoyed? Some of your favorite races over the years?
This year, I really liked Saint-Célestin since I was really fast. I went really low to the top of the row. And I really liked my race in France at the start of the year, my first race. I started 12th and finished 5th, so yeah.
Okay, and in France, obviously you're racing. You know they've got a lot of good food there too. Did you have some good treats after the game? Can you remember some? He's thinking.
Croissant, macaron.
Oh. So you had some good
So
celebratory food after. And so tell me about the trip. How do you guys get prepared for something like that?
So after, I think also your favorite race was Saint-Hilaire where you won your ticket.
No, yeah.
But after Saint-Hilaire, it was full focus every weekend with the coach on the simulator. He has a performance coach too to help him mentally. you know, with his nerves and, you know, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of him to like understand, like, if he's in a race and he has a great setup, they prepared the go-kart all perfectly, and then he gets pushed or something happens. You have to understand that, you know, these things happen and he can't bring himself down because he still has another race to go to. So we work on these things and started packing this weekend, so we're almost there. He'll have some practices in the go-karts when we get there in rentals, and then it's full speed ahead as of the 29th of November, sorry.
Amazing. Obviously, that's kind of the next thing that you want to accomplish when you head over there. Do you have a dream, Oliver? What would you like to do in the racing world?
When I get older, I want to become a Formula 1 driver.
Whoa! Now that's really fast, right, comparatively? Yeah, and if you were to choose any car to drive, Formula 1 or otherwise, what do you think you'd like to get behind the wheel of?
Ferrari.
Oh, an easy choice. If people are looking to maybe support Oliver, can they follow along with his journey with you guys on socials or anything?
He's on Instagram, Oliver Opry 96, your hockey number.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's on Instagram. So it'd be great if we can get some followers.
So amazing. Well, we actually have some video of him as well, like in the race too, which is going on with that big. Look at that celebration. How did that feel, Oliver?
I was very amazed by seeing my favorite driver.
Oh, like that must have been so cool. Look at that. Shaking the hand, you got the gear on. And then in the future, that'll be you up there and you'll be shaking a little kid's hand, right?
That was in Saudi Arabia.
Oh my goodness.
At the Grand Prix.
That must have just been so amazing. Well, all of us here will be cheering you on, buddy.
Thank you
Good
very
luck,
much.
my friend. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Melissa, over to you.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, meet the Queens. 2 local drag performers are competing for the title on Canada's drag race. They'll be joining us in studio coming up next. They're standing by in the CTV Your Morning Lazy Boy Lounge this morning, and we'll be talking to them in just a few short minutes. Here's a live look for our Centennial Glass Skycam this morning. A gray start to your day, but some sunshine, a little bit of it into the afternoon. Canada's Drag Race premieres November 20th at 9 p.m. on Crave, and guest judges this year include Paula Abdul, Rufus Wainwright, and Ottawa's own Ice Sis Couture. But that's not all. 2 local drag queens, Saltina Shaker and Caramel, will also be competing to become Canada's next drag superstar, and they are joining us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Hello. Good morning.
So excited to have you here. Tell us, how are you feeling going into this competition?
Oh my God, over the moon. I feel like the press and like everything that's come out so far about this season has been so incredibly good. Yeah.
And most importantly, I feel like it's so important to show your art. It's so important because, you know, these are our feelings, our entire lives kind of rolled up into how we're presenting our drag.
I love that. And how did you both get into drag? Tell us your story.
I actually used to work for Ottawa Pride, so Capital Pride. And then I actually met like Saltina through there and like a bunch of other queens. And then they said you should do drag, and then I did, and here I am on Canada's Drag Race.
So cool. Did you ever think that that would happen, like just starting out to where you are now?
I didn't even know where I wanted to go with it. And then it just kind of like skyrocketed from the moment I started. It's been like 3.5 years.
So it was like meant to be.
Meant to be.
And Saltina, tell us your story.
So I started drag in 2019. It was pre-COVID actually.
Okay.
And it was the first time that I was able to be on stage and like not feel embarrassed and not feel shy. You know, so it was this persona that allowed me to kind of like just do whatever I wanted.
Step out of your shell and be whoever you want to be.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so tell us what we can expect from this upcoming season.
Oh my God.
What can you share?
A lot of firsts.
Okay.
A lot of firsts. So many twists, turns, incredible lip syncs, performances. It's,
Everyone's so authentic too. Like everybody brings their own unique flavor of drag and them. And it's just so beautiful to be able to see everyone's take and really, really just connect with it.
Yeah.
And what was it like to be, you know, amongst Paula Abdul as like an icon and a judge? I mean, I would fangirl so hard. Yeah.
I think that's like one of the best judges the show has ever had. And like to see her walk in, we were just like,
Did you know she was a judge before you were there?
No, we knew nothing.
No, we were surprised. We were surprised. And honestly, she is drag. Like, she is a superstar. So, like, somebody to that caliber, giving, I guess, them their perspective on us was just so cool to see. Like, you really take it to heart.
Oh, and what kind of thoughts did she have for you?
We can't share.
Can you?
Oh, yeah, you have to tune in.
You have to tune in
Was
this
she
Thursday.
positive? Was she positive, though?
Of course.
Yeah.
She's
so sweet.
She's lovely.
Okay. And what was it like to meet queens from, you know, all across Canada coming together?
Oh my gosh, that was really cool because every province, every city has their own kind of like environment. You know, they have their own things that they like to show, and by being able to like take everybody and put it all in the same room, it's really like you're looking for Canada's best.
Yeah,
and there's best everywhere. So it's like, okay, well, how do we even like measure that?
Yeah.
You know.
And what was it like to go up against Canada's best?
It was insane.
Scary.
It was
Honestly,
very scary.
Yeah.
I think it's like you feel prepared and then you get there and you see everyone and it's like, whoa, like best of the best are here. You just got to keep it up.
I have to ask, was there any drama? Was everybody really?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course. Come on.
What do you mean?
It's Drag Race. Come on.
I love reality TV too, so I love a little drama added in there. Okay.
Of course. But, you know, we're all sisters. We're all sisters. We're all friends. And we were actually all pretty good friends before the show.
Okay.
So when you go on to the show,
so you're a tight-knit community.
100%.
Exactly. It's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. We can't wait to watch this season. It sounds absolutely incredible. Thank you again for taking time and bringing your sparkles today. Will, over to you.
Well, we always love a little drama in our lives. Coming up, learning how to bring more light into your space with the design pros at Lazy Boy. That's coming up just ahead, and ironically enough, they are in the CTV Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Stay with us, everybody, as we take a peek outside. Still a little cool out there, wind chill, feeling like -7. But don't worry, we'll make you feel warm and cozy. We got 30 minutes left. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Michelle McLennan joins us now. She's a Lazy Boy designer because it's getting a little dark early. It's getting dark late. So we're going to find ways that you can brighten up your home. Good morning to you.
Morning.
I think it's so great, too, because it is so powerful, these little changes that you can make towards your rooms just to make it that much better.
True. Yeah.
And we're going to start off with just a little bit of some fixes to make it a little bit lighter and brighter.
Yeah. So an easy fix is lighting. For example, make sure you have enough layers of lighting, like table lights, floor lamps, and task lighting. And for example, these lamps are quite dark, so we're just going to switch them out to a lighter lamp to see what the instant transformation can be.
Right.
Yeah.
And is that just the lamps themselves or the actual color that comes with them, like with the bulbs too?
Yes, well, the bulbs are definitely a big importance, like not using cool bulbs during the winter, definitely warmer light bulbs.
Yeah.
But even making a switch from dark to light can instantly just lighten and brighten up a room.
You know what's funny too is as soon as you put that up there, I feel like the couch got brighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we accessorize this sofa for the summer with cool pillows and blankets, but because now it's winter, I want to warm it up. So we can easily warm that up by changing the pillows and the blankets.
And I do have to say, we constantly, every time we come to our Lazy Boy Lounge shop, we're always like, it's so bright and nice in there for those summer colors. But of course, you know, now we're feeling a little bit moody this time of year. So what are we going to do some changes with the couch to offset that?
I'm just going to introduce like a lighter blanket with a lot of texture and change the pillows up. So this is a self pillow, and then warm it up with this pillow. And then take these away and bring in another pillow, not a matchy-matchy pillow, but something that pulls it together.
It's amazing, too, with those little accessory changes, how dramatically it changes just the look of the room.
Exactly. Yep.
And are these some of the colors that we should be feeling like this time of year? What's kind of hot right now?
This definitely is a hot color, like the warmer rosy brown colors are definitely on trend this year, and they sort of started last year. So it is definitely pulling forward.
And I love it. I'm actually in the current state where I need some art for the walls and some stuff like that. And that is something that can also do a big change to not just seasons, but just an overall vibe towards your home.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not a big investment. And my rule of thumb for art is always to go big or go home. So it's always nice to make sure it's big.
I like that too. Well, I agree. Like I always like the bigger the better when it comes to that stuff, right? Because it makes such more of a impactful statement.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
And you know, if we had some other things that were going on, so, you know, we got the pillows, the blankets, the lamps. Is there anything else, professionally speaking, that you think that people at home could be like, all right, it's time to switch things up a little bit?
Just even re-accessorizing. Like we did these colors for the summer, but I'm going to introduce some lighter colors to see what that transformation is.
Say goodbye to the nice blues.
Yeah. But also introducing plants this time of year or any time of year, introducing greenery into a room actually brightens it and makes it feel more inviting. So they can be fake or they can be real plants.
For me, fake to start. I have started implementing the real ones just to make sure they survive.
Yeah. And when we're accessorizing, we always try to do groups of 3. So that just makes it a little bit more interesting to the eye. It carries it on. So it brightens and lightens the room instantly.
I love that too, because now when you look at the accessories, the pillow blankets and then the lamps, like this whole room has just changed. And you haven't changed probably what would be the most expensive item, which would be the couch.
Right, yeah. And a carpet, lightening up the carpet also is a great way to transform a room. Sometimes the biggest bang for the buck is introducing a mirror. Like a big mirror in a room will actually act as a window, an extra window, and it reflects the light from the outside in. So if you have a dark, north-facing room, a mirror can do wonders.
Oh, well, we really appreciate your time, and now we've spruced up the Lazy Boy Lounge even a little bit more. Always appreciate your time, Michelle.
All right, thanks.
Rosie, I still got a little bit more decorating to do, so I'll throw it back to you.
Coming up, we introduce you to Ottawa's newest go-to pizza spot, Al Forno Pizza Pub. Our guest is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Delorier kitchen. Can't wait for that pizza. Here's a live look through our sky cam. It is 8:27 on your Monday. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. It's 8:30 on your Monday. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
What a fun show so far. If you're just tuning in, we've had drag queens on, an 11-year-old that's traveling across the world representing Canada. Like, we have so much wonderful things in our city.
We absolutely do, and still more to come as well.
There you go.
That's right. We're going to start with some sports in our newscast today because after 12 long years, the Grey Cup is headed back to Saskatchewan.
Last play. Alexander needs a touchdown. Heaving it down the field, into the end zone, deflected, and it falls to the field. And Gray has just turned green and white.
The Rough Riders winning their 5th Grey Cup and their first since 2013. The Alouettes had one final shot to win it with that late Hail Mary you saw, but the crucial moment came on their previous possession with just under 3 minutes to go. Backup quarterback Shea Patterson fumbled the ball at the Saskatchewan goal line. That was his first turnover of his career. Riders quarterback Trevor Harris passed for 302 yards and was named the game's MVP.
It all comes down to today as the federal minority Liberal government faces its last crucial confidence vote on the budget.
It's going to be about math. It's going to be politics. It's going to be about who wants to trigger an election. And the answer is no one really wants to trigger an election.
The Liberal government is 2 seats shy of the required 172 for a majority in the House of Commons. That means it needs 2 opposition MPs to vote in support of its budget, or at least 4 members to abstain. The Conservatives have been clear they won't support the budget, but it's not confirmed if all MPs will vote. The NDP has also signaled voting with the government isn't likely, but interim leader Don Davies has indicated his MPs could abstain. The Bloc Québécois has indicated it'll vote against, while Green Party leader Elizabeth May has said she won't support it either. However, no party has said an election is what they actually want. A fatal mid-air collision between 2 planes in eastern Ontario remains under investigation, while those who witnessed the horrific event are still reeling.
I can see the wreckage, I can hear the accident, and I can live the pilot's last seconds. I heard a pop bang, which is an unusual sound. Out of the clouds, this sort of looked like a missile projectile heading straight down.
The planes, both owned by Cornwall Aviation, were conducting training flights when they collided. The wing of one of the planes snapped off and it landed in swamp-like terrain in the woods near a county road. The pilot and sole occupant of that plane died. The second plane landed safely.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is visiting the United Arab Emirates this week, focusing on trade and a new investment partnership. In the country's capital of Abu Dhabi, Carney will meet with the president of the UAE to expand the two countries' energy, agricultural, and AI partnerships. Carney will follow that up by attending the G20 Leaders Summit in South Africa.
A pilot project for a new non-911 crisis line in Centertown responded to more than 4,000 calls in its first year. The alternate neighborhood crisis response program, which acts as a community-led alternative to police for mental health and substance use crisis, is scheduled to run for 3 years. According to the Anchor Year 1 update, the program is meeting its objectives and users are highlighting the positive impact of the program.
Quebec pediatricians are now protesting against Bill 2, which impacts the way doctors get paid.
This law is totally absurd. It's totally ridiculous, and it's going to have an impact on the social health care system for a long time.
The protest took place on Sunday outside of the province's 4 university pediatric hospitals. Pediatricians say Bill 2 threatens how they care for children, which could impact their future health. The law stipulates that children born healthy are automatically classified as green, which according to the law places them at the bottom of the doctor's priority list.
A new report is suggesting that turning Mooney's Bay into a sledding destination would cost $3.1 million. After studying 3 options to turn the area into a sledding hill, a report for the Community Services Committee outlines a plan to create a bunny hill, a thrill hill, and a cross-country ski hill. There is no money for this in the budget, but staff say construction estimates could be presented in a future budget.
There's a recall on baby formula to let you know about this morning. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is warning the public about a certain By Heart organic baby formula because of a link to cases of botulism in the U.S. That affected products include the 680-gram container and the 238-gram package of By Heart Whole Nutrition infant formula.
The top cheese has been declared in Switzerland.
An aged Swiss Gruyere has taken the top prize at this year's World Cheese Awards. 265 cheese experts from around the world gathered to judge the contenders in Bern, each of them tasting at least 40 cheeses before awarding a final score.
I think that we would be a good panel to do that. I mean, I'm available. This one specifically is made from cow's milk from a small farm in the alpine lowlands of western Switzerland.
Okay, so tell me, what does Gruyere taste like? Is it
kind of like a Swiss?
Yeah.
Which,
Gruyere, kind of like a Swiss cheese.
Is it like salty? Is it sour?
It's old.
Yeah, I would say it's more like old dry, kind of
like
old
dry, not so creamy?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not a big cheese person. You know what I mean? Like I'll have it melted in lasagna or pizza, but like when you go for the plate of cheese with crackers that my daughter loves so much, I'm just like, But then people go, how do you not love cheese?
I would say it's kind of like a stronger flavor, too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Like you know, like a Parmesan, like that.
Yeah,
it's very distinct.
Yes, absolutely. But it's delicious.
All cheese is good in my
All
eyes.
cheese is so good. That's the one thing I miss the most. Today, we'll reach a high of 1 into your afternoon, so a little bit below average. It's around 5 degrees where we should be sitting 4.6 technically, but around 5 degrees. And that sun setting tonight, 4:30 p.m. on the nose, so a very short day in the forecast for us. It's still a little cloudy. You can see this gray on our satellite radar this morning. Also these little white areas. That is the flurries. So we could still see some flurries throughout the morning until about noon hour today. Then it will clear up. However, still a little bit cloudier conditions into the afternoon as well. No rain in sight for today or for a couple of days. We will see some rain as we head towards the end of the work week. As we head into Tuesday late in the day, everything will clear up, which means some sunshine on the way as we head into Wednesday. Finally a sunny day. We haven't had a lot of sunny days days in the forecast over the last few weeks. Still cooler conditions today. 1 is the high this afternoon, and similar temperatures across the region. 0 for Pembroke, 1 in Trenton, 0 is your daytime high out in Kingston as well, -1 for Mont-Tremblant, as well as in Kitigan-Zibi. So over the next couple of days, it will warm up by Friday. 1 is the high today, tomorrow, and through Wednesday. A little bit cloudier to start off your work week, but then some sunshine throughout the middle of the work week. Thursday, cloudier conditions, slightly warmer with a high of 2. Your warm day this week is Friday, above seasonal temps, a high of 6 degrees, expecting some scattered showers Friday in through Saturday.
Weather brought to you by Yeggendorf Rashid. Experience knowledge and a commitment to excellence.
Collision free on your drive in, just seeing heavy volumes still this morning eastbound. We are seeing slowdowns Richmond in through the downtown core. It's also heavy if you're heading westbound at Saint Laurent into the downtown Nicholas area.
Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Here we are in the Your Morning Ottawa Delorier kitchen. I've got Amber Malloy, manager of Al Forno Pizza Pub. Al Forno Pizza Pub. You know what that means, right? You know it means incredibly baked pizza. Very, very flavorful. The smell, the aroma is absolutely gorgeous. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm so good. Al Forno Pizza Pub. It's a new one. Talk about the restaurant.
It's a new pizza place. We serve Neapolitan style pizza. We have a family vibe. It's a pub vibe as well. We are something that's new to the area. There's not much like that in the area, so it's so exciting.
Good. Can you tell me, what does that mean when you say we serve Neapolitan style pizza?
It's the way the pizza is cooked.
Okay, so how's it cooked?
So the dough is fermented for 48 hours. So we have to plan ahead big time for our pizzas. Like say it's a Wednesday and Friday's coming up, we need to make sure that we have enough because it needs to sit long enough.
Okay.
We
so
cook it.
For the gut too.
There's no pan under it when we cook it in the oven.
Okay.
It's cooked on a stone oven. It's beautiful.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's awesome to watch. Even though I work there, I still enjoy watching them, like making the pizzas. Dough is hand stretched. Honestly, it's really awesome. I love it.
Okay, so you've got a few toppings here. You got some pizzas. What do you have here?
So this is our veggie feast, and it is one of the most populars. I always recommend this one. It is a beautiful pizza. It's got black olives. It's got cherry tomatoes, red peppers, and onions, and then we use a fresh mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
As well as like the normal pizza cheese that you would use at a pizza place.
Okay.
This one here is the Italian Stallion.
Is that like a white pizza? You know when they say there's no...
It's got a pesto.
It's got a pesto.
Pesto base,
yes.
Pesto base. Italian sausage, onions, and mushrooms. And then,
Okay. And this is your
This is the
classic,
margarita, classic margarita. We had to bring that one.
Yes.
It's got fresh mozzarella cheese. We also garnish it with basil and olive oil at the end.
Can I put a little basil on that?
Go for it.
Like
You go
here.
for
Let me do a
it.
little basil in. Oh, there's nothing like the aroma of basil. I mean, I know this. You know what? I'm just basically claiming this pizza as my own right now. That's why I'm not putting on the gloves there, putting the pizza on, putting the topping on. This is wonderful. And then I see you got a little oil as well.
You want to finish the job, chef?
Can I do that?
We gotta open it up.
Okay. There we go. And I'm going to help myself to this pizza.
Beautiful.
This is the size of the pizza here. So
this is a small. We also have a large, but we brought the smalls first.
You also have the large too. So you can come with a group of friends here and order a couple or a few here.
100%.
Something for everyone. You got vegetarian pizza. You got the meat pizza as well. You are open now to our newest pizza place. Where are you located?
So we are located at 2645 Alta Vista.
2645 Alta Vista. That is wonderful. You cannot have too many pizza pubs as far as I'm concerned. This is wonderful. I cannot wait to dive into it. And you've got a special event coming up, right? A dinner and dance night, right?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
on November 22nd, Heart and Soul is going to be playing. And it's honestly so much fun. We've had a couple events like these before, and I can't get enough of it.
Really?
I love it.
You need to call to make reservations,
It
right?
would be, yes.
Okay.
Calling for a
Recommended.
reservation is
Recommended.
much so recommended. They are
Okay.
pretty popular. They have a
Good.
following as well. I've already got a pretty big reservation for them. Yeah.
That's on November 22nd.
Yep.
Al Forno Pizza Pub. I'm loving it. 2645 Alta Vista Drive. Amber Malloy, thank you so much for
It was
stopping
my
by.
pleasure.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much. I
me.
cannot wait to take this pizza. I'm going to have
She's
a
gonna
nice
run
little
off with
lunch.
this.
I'm out of here, Melissa. Over to you. Oh, first off, if you know of a great local chef or restaurant, let us know. Email us, yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. And now we're going to take a live look at Centennial Glass Skycam. There's a look at downtown Ottawa and Parliament Hill. Looks like most of the snow has melted. There you go. Cloudy start to your day on this Monday, 8:43. We'll be right back.
Madowki Farms are partnering with She Shops Local and Ladies Who Lunch to host the Cedar, Snow, and Strawberry Holiday Networking event on November 26th, an opportunity to come together with purpose this holiday season. Joining us now, we have Trina Samard, the CEO and founder of Madowki Farms, and she joined us this morning with the details. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So great to have you here to talk about this wonderful event. First, for people who aren't familiar, tell us about Madowki Farms.
Yeah, so Madowki means to share the land, and we are an Indigenous-run nonprofit farm in the Greenbelt of Ottawa, just at Hunt Club in 416.
Wonderful, and tell us about this holiday event happening soon.
Yes, we're so excited to partner with She Shops Local, and Catherine creates these wonderful experiences for women business leaders to come together. And so this holiday, we really thought it was just great to come and disconnect and be on the farm and breathe in the bonfires and touch the horses and just really gather and celebrate. So we're really excited to have it at the farm.
And I love the name, Cedar, Snow, and Strawberry.
Yes.
So many wonderful things coming together.
It really is. Yeah.
So what can people expect from the networking event?
Yeah, so it is really just a great opportunity to connect, and entrepreneurs will be sharing their stories. We're doing an Indigenous-inspired holiday feast, so there'll be turkey and bannock stuffing and lots of great things to eat. She's invited some fabulous Indigenous artists, and really just, we're going to have the fires going, the Ojibwe spirit horses there, and just really hope everybody disconnects and, enjoys the season.
And people can get tickets to come to the event. How can they do so?
Yeah, so you can get tickets for that through sheshopslocal.ca.
Wonderful. And how can other people also experience the farm this holiday season?
Yeah, so we are really excited. This is our first time doing Christmas at Madowki. So the first event with the She Shops Locals kickstarting it. And then on November 27th, we open to public, and we are doing a magical trail of lights called the Trail of Lights and Traditions that's going down our Legacy Trail. We're going to have breakfast with Santa. We're doing some of those Indigenous feasts that we're doing with She Shops Local. And we have a dome, a riding arena that we're doing like Northern Lights and Inuit throat singing carols, and just going to be a really great cooking bannock over the fire. So we're doing a month-long celebration that we're inviting everyone out to.
So something for everyone this holiday season that they can participate.
Absolutely, yes. For the first time, we're very excited.
That's very fantastic. And where can people find more information?
So there you can find on madawaki.ca, MADAHOKI.ca.
And then, of course, for the Cedar, Snow, and Strawberry Festival, they can head online as well for tickets.
Absolutely. We invite everyone out.
And this is happening November 26th at 11:30 till 2:30.
Yes.
Rosie, over to you.
How long is too long to host company over the holidays? We all have a breaking point, and it comes faster than you think. Here's Ashley and Gord from the Morning Pickup on Ottawa's Pure Country 94.
All right, it's inevitably going to happen sometime over the holidays. You're going to be visiting family. You're going to be visiting friends. Are you hosting? And if you are, what is your threshold? How many days before you're like, you all need to leave, okay? If you were planning on traveling to visit friends or family, then chances are you might hear someone say, stay as long as you like. But the actual answer is, according to a new survey, 6 days. That's where we max out.
I feel like I would max out way before then. 6 days, that's a lot.
6 days is a lot for a lot of people. So we asked you on the text lines at 54321, what is your threshold on how long you can handle friends and family staying with you over the holidays?
Yeah, we got a text from Keith. I love my family. Well, that's good. But I also love walking around in my towel. So 4 days max. That's 4 days without walking around in your towel.
Yeah, so you're not completely free.
Yep.
Like you normally are, you know?
Yeah, we like to be free in our homes, but when you have family over.
You know, clothes on.
Yeah.
That's sort of the deal, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Danielle says if they bring wine and do the dishes, they can stay forever. If not, 48 hours, she's out.
Okay, she's maxing out at 2 days.
That's true.
If there's not.
If you have helpful family members, stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
If you're making me work while you're there.
If you're not contributing to this household.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Hey, Kylie, we're curious. What is your threshold for the amount of days that guests can stay over?
Definitely 2 days.
What is it by day 2 that starts to drive you nuts? Everyone has sort of their thing that they're sick of after a couple days. What is it for you?
The house is a mess and everything's everywhere and it's just too much.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's I don't get my space. I like my space, Kylie. Is that you too?
Yes, 100%.
When the guests are over, do you tend to hide in one bedroom or do you come out and
actually,
you do?
Oh.
Okay. No one come to Kylie's house at Christmas. Just no one, okay?
I'll come to you.
And yeah, you can come to me, but I tap out at day 5, just so you know.
Perfect. I'll be gone by day 2.
Wow, look at this.
Jeez, did we just become best friends? Did that just happen?
We're all celebrating Christmas together. This is great, guys.
Screw family.
That's Ashley and Gord from Pure Country 94 asking their listeners, okay, when is it you have guests over that you reach your limit? Is it day 2? Is it day 5?
I'm with Kylie. I'm a day 2. By day 2, I'm like, give me my space back, please. Yeah, I find it difficult. I never thought I would be like this because I'm pretty easygoing. But then when I started having people in my space a little more, it's the overnight stays that last a little long, and then I'm like by the second night I'm like, okay, how much more time do I got before I'm back to my own space?
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think 2 days is a good
2
max.
days, right?
My parents like never would stay with me.
Me
Like they would
neither.
always just like stay somewhere else.
So you're
or,
not
like, they
talking
would go
about your
back to their
parents?
homes.
No, because my parents live 3 minutes from me, so they don't need to stay over.
But then friends, maybe a couple of days depending on the friend.
Yeah. Well, just listening to that, I had to start like deep breathing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you know, when they kind of get on your nerves or you just don't feel like you have enough space. And so I would have to get myself mentally ready for guests coming over. I tell you that because I have a small space and it would be like, okay, get ready.
Mentally prepare for it.
2 days. And here we go. Smile.
And I feel like it's always easier when it's maybe your friends or family, but because I now live with someone, it's not always my friends and family, which that's where I find it's a little harder. Because mine, I can be honest and be like, it's time to go. Leave. See ya.
Big difference in that category.
I love it. All right. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We're back to wrap up the show in just a minute.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News Ottawa.
Hey.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
All right, we're just about ready to wrap up the show. We'll take a quick last-minute look at the forecast.
Yeah, not a bad-looking day today. 1 is the high. Still seeing those flurries till about noon hour today. Cloudier tomorrow, sunny Wednesday. But then the real nice day is 6 degrees on Friday, a bit above seasonal.
That's what we're waiting
Forward
for.
to that,
There you go.
absolutely.
We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.